Today I'll show you the 5 best decks to use for the new Evolved Furnace. Starting things out with the 5th best deck for the new Evolved Furnace, I'm gonna have to say it has to be this Mega Knight spam deck. The reason why Mega Knight works so well with the Evo Furnace, guys, is because the Furnace and the Evolved Furnace are both very heavy pressure units, so to have a lot of spam together with that is just a really good combo. We are facing Balloon Lumberjack right here, Lumberloon, but unfortunately I just can't stop that Balloon. I think what I do instead is just go for a Furnace at the bridge and try to maybe like tower trade here. Oh, no way, both archers are going back. I was hoping only one of them would. Guys, I think we kind of just got starting handed right here, honestly. Oh man, at least the Cannoneer was able to mostly take things out. I do like Cannoneer in this deck over Princess Tower, but honestly either one of them is fine to run. If you guys don't have Cannoneer leveled up, you can feel free to run Princess Tower. It's just that Cannoneer has a little bit more DPS, and this deck has no, Inferno Dragon or anything like that. Bro, why are you spamming the brain emoji after going for Lumberloon? It's always the people playing like Pekka, Goblin Giant, or Lumberloon that spam that emote, as if they're some smarties. Alright, let's just go for the Archer Queen here. I'm going to zap the Lumberjack. The second that this balloon gets a connection, I'm going to scream. Okay, luckily it didn't get a connection. I'm going to just go for a Prince on this other side. I think he can't defend both. He spent way too much elixir. There's no way he stops this, right? He missed the bar barrel. He's too busy emoting. Okay, that is going to be tower down right there. And guys, if we can get an Evo Furnace down, that's just going to block up the lane for a really long time, so hopefully we can cycle to that soon. I'll get my normal Furnace going in the back right now, and yeah, if we get an Evo Furnace, that's going to give us some really good air defense. This deck honestly does have pretty decent air defense. I mean, you have the Archer Queen, you have the Evo Furnace, so quite a bit you can do. Wow, this guy actually has a Recruits deck. I didn't realize he'd have that. I don't know if Recruits are going to be too good though, guys, because the Furnace just seems incredibly overpowered right now. I already heard so many players complaining about it. Okay, he might go for the 3 crown actually, which could be interesting. I think I'll just go for my Evo Wall Breakers here, just because they're going to kind of explode on everything. Nice, we take out the Evo Lumberjack. And guys, now we have our Evo Furnace, so let's just let our Mega Knight go here and try to reset in the back. He played the Recruits right into the Evo Furnace, but the Evo Furnace spawns a Fire Spirit after every attack, so I don't know if that's too smart by him. Okay, the Mega Knight just ignored the Lumberjack. Nice, the Furnace is hitting that, wow. I can't believe the Furnace had such a long range to hit that, guys. And there's no way he stops this push right now. There's literally no way he stops it. Let's get another Furnace down, and he's just dead right here. I think he's dead anyways. I don't know. We have double Furnace down. He's going to definitely struggle a little bit right here. Oh yeah, Furnace gets on the tower. Bandit will just take the win. Now moving on to the 4th best deck for Evolved Furnace. I think it's going to be Royal Giant with the Monk. As always, guys, there are substitutions that can be made, so if you don't have Monk leveled up, you can always play something like a Ghost or really any mini tank instead of it. I'm just going to get my Fisherman down right here. Maybe we can try to pull in his Furnace, but it could be a little bit difficult because it's going to just spawn a lot of Fire Spirits. Oh man, he has Pekka. What the heck? Okay, let's get a log here. Nice, beautiful timing on the log, and I think we're actually going to take this Pekka out pretty easily. Nice, really good defense there against the Pekka. And guys, because he wasted the Pekka, I think we just go in for the RG here. He's probably going to take some damage no matter what he does. Let's just pull this away. Oh, he gets the skeletons down in the nick of time. Come on, E-Spirit. Nice, E-Spirit kills his skeletons. That's going to be a pretty decent amount of damage here with the Royal Giant. This might be a little bit of a tough matchup though, so even though we're up a lot right now, this could get a little bit close. I'm going to get my Monk down in the back right now, guys, just trying to maybe build up a little bit of a push. I feel like the Monk plus Evo Furnace combo could be so lethal. It's going to be kind of crazy to get a Monk plus Evo Furnace down because whatever they play to try to counter the Evo Furnace, Monk will just push it away with its knockback attack that it gets after 3 normal attacks. And also, if they play a ranged unit, obviously the Monk ability destroys that. Let's see how the Monk does here against the Furnace. It looks like it's not that bad, actually. Yeah. Okay, he's going to get some damage here. We're just going to go for a late log. I don't know why sometimes the log kills the Spear Goblins from the Goblin Giant, but other times doesn't. It's kind of weird, actually. Let me just get my Evo Furnace in the back. Guys, one of the best tips I can give you for the Furnace and Evolved Furnace is to always go for it as far back as possible, because that way you give it as much time as possible to build up the Fire Spirits and just force your opponent to waste elixir, basically. We pull the Evo Pekka right here, and man, I think this RG is going to completely wreck him. Oh snap, I probably should have played something right there to protect my Evo Furnace, but it's okay. We're just going to get our Furnace down right here in the corner kind of, and then we can just go for a Fisherman on the Goblin Giant. This should be more than enough to counter all of this. Yeah, our defense is so good, man. And guys, the nice thing about the Evolution Furnace is that it doesn't even die to Fireball plus Rage. It only dies to Fireball plus Log. I think the third best deck for the Evolved Furnace is probably going to be Pekka Bridge Spam, guys. The reason why this deck works so well is that the Evolved Furnace so often forces someone to play something like, for example, a Knight or really any sort of tank card right onto it, like, you know, Valkyrie, Mighty Miner, whatever else it might be, to counter it, since tanks do pretty decent against the Furnace. But if they do that, then you have so many cards to punish them. You have the Bandit, you have the Ghost, you have Golden Knight, all that kind of pressure in this deck to punish them for wasting their cards on your Furnace, so just makes a really good combo. And if you guys don't have Golden Knight leveled up, you could feel free to really put any other mid-health kind of aggressive ground card in place of it, and it should work just fine. You know, even something like Dark Prince wouldn't be that bad of an idea, but there's probably a few good options that could work pretty well. Alright, this guy's Furnace here is probably going to defend ours pretty easily, and his Cannon is there as well, but it is really nice how the Furnace outranges it, because I really thought Cannon would be like the best counter to Furnace, guys, but the fact that it gets outranged makes it decent against Furnace, but not that good, like I expected. I'm going to go for my Battle Ram in the back right now, because I do want to get to my Evo Battle Ram. I think it's actually quite a bit better to have the Evo Ram in this deck instead of an Evo Pekka or something like that, because Evo Pekka really doesn't do that much for you. I don't know why this guy just played his Evo Skellies on my Battle Ram, though. I feel like that's kind of a waste for him. Dude, low-key, I want to try to Mother Witch on the Skeletons, guys, but I don't really trust it. Sometimes when you Mother Witch on Evo Skeletons, it can do well and make you a ton of piggies, but other times the Skeletons can just, like, chain forward and get to your tower, so don't know if I want to test that. We're going to get our Ghost here and a little bit of Fire Spirit pressure from the Furnace, so this should be pretty nice for us right now. We can even Battle Ram the other side just because we know that even if he counters it, it's still going to get us one step closer to our Evolved Battle Ram. But looks like he actually does... Okay, he does barely stop it. I was going to say he does not stop it, but no, he just barely got that Knight down right there. I do have my Pekka at the ready because I know he probably wants to get a Hog Rider down sometime soon right here. Alright guys, let's go for the Pekka in the back. Evolved Furnace luckily is not that insane against Pekka. Like, it's decent against the Pekka pushes when they... Okay, Golden Knight, what are you doing? I was going to say it's decent against the Pekka pushes when they spam a lot of the Evolved Furnaces and stuff, but we can definitely deal with it a little bit. Oh wait, I kind of misplaced my Bandit right there. Ooh, that's not the best. Let's go for our Evolved Furnace, guys. We should get quite a bit of Fire Spirit action going right here, so maybe this could turn into something good. Oh my gosh, the Bandit value, guys, and he wasted the Cannon, so he could no longer stop my Battle Ram. Battle Ram pushes away the Knight, Mother Witch gets on the tower, and wow, that was just such a dominant win. The Evo Furnace putting in the work on the left side as well. Good game. Now guys, the second best Evolved Furnace deck in Clash Royale, I believe, is going to be Goblin Drill. This deck is just so good with the Evolved Furnace because you have the Mighty Miner, and that 3-card cycle just allows you to get so many Furnaces so quickly, and it allows you to get to a lot of Evolved Furnaces. It seems like both the normal Furnace and the Evo Furnace are very broken. Oh no, this guy is Electro Wizard. I don't even know exactly what he's playing right here. I guess he might have like a Prince or something with this, but I guess we'll see. Very good defense though. The Berserker is really nice too in Goblin Drill right now. I like the Berserker in Goblin Drill because it moves so fast that you can just like play the drill and then you get a Berserker down even after the drill is already down and you can still get it to tank for it, whereas something like a Knight is usually too slow to walk up in time. Let's just get our Goblin Drill down right here, guys. I feel like it's really good to get that drill tanking for the Furnace. Just gives you so much time to get so many Fire Spirits. He does have the Bats here, but obviously the Furnace will kind of wreck that. Man, I just love the fact that finally Swarms are going to have a decent counter to them. Because Swarms, they're just so annoying to deal with sometimes. Alright, we could just log this Electro Wizard, and we're off to a pretty good start right now. And guys, we're actually up against a pretty good player right now. I saw his profile, and he had like a ton of 20-win badges and some other good things on his profile. Oh, he has Sparky. Okay, maybe we're up against not that good of a player right now. Because I feel like Sparky is for the most part just for noobs who don't want to actually have to like think in their games. They just want to have the easy way out. We should get a lot of Fire Spirits here, guys, by our Furnace attacking the Giant, but I don't know how this is going to go, though. I don't want to even Mighty Miner because I know it would just probably get killed by an Electro Wizard. I think I do have to let the Evo Furnace die here. Maybe I could have got like a Mighty Miner, but I don't know for sure if it would have done too much. Oh, thank goodness the Sparky doesn't splash our tower. Guys, you have to be careful against stuff like Sparky, because sometimes maybe it could splash your tower and your Fire Spirit that spawns. The Fire Spirit usually always spawns in front of the Furnace as far as I've seen, but, you know, when it's the Evolved Furnace, then it kind of just, like, spawns in a random place usually. I think there's some pattern to it, but it seems relatively random. Hopefully we can at least protect one of our Furnaces. Looks like one is going to fall here, but we're going to get a Berserker down to protect this second one. He does go for the Sparky in the back, guys. We're going to have to try to get a really good Evo Furnace. But yeah, man, I feel like I'm getting the Evo Furnace so much more often with this deck, guys, than I have with the other decks so far in today's video. Because some of the other decks, you only get to the Evo Furnace just kind of rarely, just like once or twice a game. But it looks like this deck is going to allow us to get to quite a few of them in this game. Oh, this guy does go for the Evo Bats, but we do have our Fireball, so I think that works. We could just go in for the Goblin Drill here. He does play this Sparky, but Sparky's not going to really be too good for him, because it's just staring at everything, first off, and second off, it just doesn't counter the drill that easily. Believe it or not, guys, I think the best deck for Evolved Furnace might actually end up being Hog Earthquake, because this deck is just going to, well, just like the Goblin Drill deck, have a really, really fast cycle to get to a ton of Evolved Furnaces, but then you also have the Mighty Monitor 3-card cycle, and you just have so many cheap cards in this deck, even cheaper than the Drill deck, and just after the Firecracker nerf, I don't really see Firecracker being as necessary in Hog as before, and I think stuff like the Furnace could actually start to make a little bit of an appearance in decks like this. It's also just really good pressure and can just constantly get you positive elixir trades. It also has the 6-tile range, which is really nice, which means that you can actually snipe, for example, a Tesla in the middle or a cannon in the middle if it's played in this position with the Furnace, since it has, yeah, that really long range. So, I don't know, I think this deck is going to be really nice. Just gives you really good defense, too, to have the Furnace up in here. And I feel like stuff like Lava Hound might start to become kind of a piece of cake. Pretty good start overall. We're facing just 2.6 right here. I wonder if he's going to have, like, the Furnace or something in his deck, or if he'll just have the Musketeer. I feel like Furnace is actually a viable option in 2.6 over Musketeer. Yeah, he does have the Furnace right here. Unfortunately, I don't know if our Furnace is going to win here against his. Actually, I guess it will because of our log. Nice, let's go. Even a 1 HP Furnace can get a lot of value, guys, because it just has that spawning ability. Guys, one of the things I feel like Hog sometimes lacks is that, well, obviously the Hog itself has quite good pressure, but I feel like sometimes the cycle decks that you face have just really strong defense, and it's hard to punish them even if they cycle something like a Rocket on your tower, but I think if you have the Evolved Furnace in this deck, it could make it a lot easier to punish opponents whenever they overcommit. You can just get like a Evo Furnace Mighty Monitor one lane, then Hog other lane, and just cycle more and more Hog Riders, and Furnace is really everything you need. So, I don't know, it could be really good for pressure as well. Hog Rider is going to get a shot on the tower. Mighty Monitor is also going to get on the tower for maybe a pretty good amount of damage. Wow. What the heck? That actually got really good damage. We get our Skellies down here on the Hog Rider, and I think if we Ice Spirit, we should be chilling, even if he tries to Fireball. Yeah, perfect. Alright. We have a pretty good Hog push set up right here, guys. We have the Furnace, we have the Mighty Monitor, and now we can just go for an Earthquake. And guys, Hog should also be pretty decent in this meta, because the Furnace really isn't that good against Hog decks. I mean, you know, the Hog Rider just can easily get through Furnaces, first off, and second off, we have multiple counters to the actual Furnace as well. So, I think we should have a pretty good time facing Furnace decks with Hog Earthquake this season. Very nice Earthquake value on absolutely everything. We're going to get our Hog down, and this guy is not going to stop that. He had absolutely no chance. Good game.